Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca, and today we're going to do an awesome yoga practice that is focused on back bends. We will just back bend right into bliss, release the upper back, and find our way into tiptoe bridge pose and perhaps a tiptoe wheel if that's in your practice. I'm going to tell you right now, I will be using a wedge for my wrists, and I need a little bit of a lift, so I'll show you how to use it, and maybe you want to get one for your own practice because these things are golden. Get your stuff, the usual, a blanket, a strap, 2 blocks, and today maybe this if you have one, or I'll even show you how to roll up a blanket and use that instead. So get your stuff and let's get started. All right, let's start on the top of in the middle of your mat, on hands and knees. And bring your hands forward. If your shoulders are tight, you can bring a block down to rest your forehead on. And leave your hips up. And just kind of coming into a puppy pose. I'm gonna move the block. Okay, and then walk your hands over to the right side and stretch out your left shoulder. And bring your hands back to center and then over to the left. Remember, the breath is in and out through the nose. All right, come back into center. And we'll step back into plank pose, high push-up position. Okay, rock forward on the toes. Stretch out your toes and your wrists. And we'll make circles over the hands. And then we'll push back into child's pose. Forehead down to the floor, and lift the palms up so that you're pronged up on the fingertips. Okay, 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Inhale, come up to all fours. Bring the knees back underneath the hips and take the right shoulder and slide it down to the floor, the center of your mat. Right side of your head comes down. Thread the needle. You can extend the left leg back if you like to deepen the twist. You can keep the left hand next to your face, or you can slide it up towards the top of your mat. I like to keep it next to my face. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Come back up to all fours. And we'll switch sides. Left shoulder down, left side of your face down on the floor. Right hand on the mat next to you, and the right leg extends back. You can slide the right hand up to the top of the mat if you like. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Right knee down, come back up to all fours, and push back to downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Bring the body into an upside down V-shaped position. Draw the lower belly in, lifting the hips up and back towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Let your head go. Three breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out one. Breathe in. Breathe out two. Breathe in. Breathe out three. Walk your feet to the front of the mat and hang out here in a rag doll. So feet can be about hip distance apart. You can relax your legs, bend your knees just a little bit, grab onto opposite elbows and let your head go. Breathe in. Breathe out one. Breathe in. Breathe out two. Breathe in. Breathe out three. Breathe in. Breathe out four. Breathe in. Breathe out five. Release the hands. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Long stretch. Exhale, palms in prayer at heart center. Pull the shoulders back. Lift up your toes, spread them apart, place them back down on the mat. Legs are strong, spine is lifted, crown of the head is lifted. Gaze just over the fingertips. Try to feel the floor evenly between both feet. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank and lower down, your choice, either chaturanga, the belly, or knees, chest, and chin. I'm going to lower down to the belly this time. Inhale, lift to cobra or up dog. If you're on the belly, come into cobra. If you've done chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin, you can come into up dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Looking forward, step, walk, or hop your feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Lower down either the belly, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. This time I'll demonstrate knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. So cobra has the thighs on the mat. Up dog has the thighs lifted off the mat. 4 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Look forward. Step, walk, or hop your feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. We'll switch it up this time. Coming into chair pose for a breath. Bend your knees, lower your seat. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Lower down, your choice. This time I'll demonstrate chaturanga. Yogi push-up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. This is up dog. Thighs lifted, shoulders rolled back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. We'll add on to it. Inhale, coming into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Chaturanga, knees, chest, and chin, or the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, open the hips up, bend the right knee, and reach the right heel towards your hips. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. And step the right foot all the way to the front. Left knee comes down. Inhale, torso and arms lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back. Lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Stack the hips on top of each other. Bend your left knee. Left heel towards the hips. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Step the left foot between the hands in the front. Right knee down to the floor. Inhale, torso and arms lift for a low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. This time, step the right foot to the front next to the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming back into chair pose. Bend your knees, lower the seat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, stand tall, hands in prayer and mountain pose. Inhale to chair pose, lower the seat, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into warrior 1 on the right. Left heel pivots down, torso and arms lift up. Exhale into warrior 2, hips open to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale to reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling, left hand down the back of the left thigh. And exhale, coming into extended side angle, right elbow over the left or the right knee, and left arm reaches up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, both hands to the mat, step back, lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Same thing on the left. Step your left foot to the front. Right heel pivots down, warrior 1 as you inhale up. Warrior 2 as you exhale, hips open to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up to the ceiling, right arm down the back of the right thigh. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow over the left knee, right arm reaches up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Looking forward. Step or hop your feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into chair pose, bend your knees, lower your seat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, stand tall, hands together in prayer, mountain pose. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot to the front. Keep the left heel pointing up. Torso and arms reach up. Coming into a standing runner's lunge. We'll bring the arms into cactus arms here to open the chest and roll the shoulders back. 4 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Coming into warrior 2. That never happened. Okay, coming into warrior 2, bring your left heel down. Right arm reaches to the front, left arm reaches to the back. And for this one, we're gonna grab onto opposite elbows or opposite wrists behind your back. Keep the right knee bent and look over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Coming into triangle pose, straighten the right leg. Take the right hand, reach it out in front of you. Pivot right at the hip joint and let the right hand reach down either to the shin, the floor, or a block. I like to use a block on the inside of the right foot. If that left hand can stay behind you for this, leave it there. And maybe even hold on to the inside of the right thigh. If not, the left hand can rest on the left hip or reach up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Look down at the floor. One hand on either side of the right foot. Step back, lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into that runner's lunge on the left side, step your left foot to the front, right heel stays up. Arms come into cactus arms. Hold here, breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Moving into warrior 2. Right heel comes down. Hands go behind the back. Grab onto opposite elbows or opposite wrists. Look out over the left shoulder. Left knee is bent. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Coming into triangle pose, straighten your left leg, pivot right at the left hip joint, and reach the left hand down to the floor, your shin, or a block. Right hand can stay behind your back and hold the inside of the left thigh. It can stay on your right hip or hand up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Look down, one hand on either side of the left foot. Step your way back into plank, and this time lower all the way down to the belly. Coming into, let's do bow pose. Bend both knees. Grab onto your ankles or the tops of your feet, whichever's most comfortable for you. Bring your knees closer together. And when you're ready, push your feet or your ankles into your hands and lift up. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Lift a little higher. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Lower down. And from here, we'll push back into child's pose. Knees apart. Forehead down on the floor. You can either reach the arms in front of you or you can bring the hands back by your feet. Whichever is most comfortable. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Walk your hands over to the right side. As far as you can stretch. Take a deep breath. And exhale. And walk your hands over to the left side. As far as you can stretch with the right hand. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Come back to center, and we'll come up to hands and knees. All right, flex your feet so the heels are closer to the body. Coming into camel pose. All right, lift up. Hands can come into fists, so level 1 can come here and just kind of roll the shoulders back and look up. Level 2 can reach back for the heels. Okay, when you're ready. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up, and we'll push back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot to the front. We'll come into a twist. Keeping the deep lunge, left leg lifted. Reach their arms up overhead. On an exhale, take a twist. Hands to prayer. Left elbow over the right knee. Level 1 can bring the left knee down to the floor for stability. Level 2 keeps the legs straight. Feel free to take any other variations that you know. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Come back to center, reach up, and we'll come into half moon pose from here. So we'll just shift the weight forward, moving through like a warrior 3 for just a breath. And then bring the right hand down to the floor underneath the right shoulder. You can use a block here if that's better. Reach the left hand up to the ceiling. Stay here or grab onto your left foot for Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Release the foot if you've got the foot. Coming into pyramid pose. So we'll step the left foot back some little bit towards the middle of the mat, not all the way back. You can keep the hands on the floor or grab blocks. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, walk the hands forward, let your head go. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up part way, both hands to the floor, and we'll step back through vinyasa, right leg back. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into the twist on the other side, Pavrita Parsvakonasana. Long runner's lunge. Inhale, arms and torso lift. Exhale, hands to prayer. Right elbow over the left knee. Take your twist. Level 1 can bring the right knee down. Level 2 keeps the legs straight. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come back to center, come up, moving right through warrior 3 for just a pause, and then coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. You can grab the right foot if you like. You can use a block underneath the left hand if you like. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Release the foot if you've got it. Step back, moving into pyramid pose. Right foot comes midway to the middle of the mat. Left foot stays pointed forward, hips square up towards the front edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands forward, let your head go. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Release the pose, bend your left knee, step back into plank, and lower down to the belly. Coming into Sphinx pose. Slide your elbows underneath the shoulders, palms of your hands on the floor, chest lifts, pull the shoulders back, look forward. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Lower down. Hands next to the ribs, fingers forward. Inhale, lift to cobra or up dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Okay, looking forward. We're gonna hop all the way through to a seated position. So you're gonna look past your hands. The hips are gonna go up and the feet are gonna go forward. All right, find yourself in the middle of the mat and lie flat on your back. Okay, so grab a block on your way. You may or may not need it. We're gonna come into bridge pose and then tiptoe bridge pose. Okay, so hands for bridge pose first. So all levels can do this. Hands down next to your hips, fingertips almost touch the heels. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. You can stay here or you can tuck the shoulders underneath. Clasp the hands together. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5, lower down. And rest, knees together, feet apart, hands rest on the low belly. Take a couple breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, now for the fun part. We get to come into tiptoe bridge pose, one of my favorites. It's great for opening the front body, and it will help you in your wheel pose. Okie dokie. So let me show you what it looks like without the block, and you can decide. So if you're intermediate yogi, you can go for it. If you've never done it before, then you should watch. Okay, so this is what the final variation looks like. You tuck the toes underneath the hips as far as they go, and the knees, this front body has to be fairly open. So you hold onto the ankles with your hands, press into the mat with your elbows until the knees come to the floor. You want to keep the heels together, head stays on the mat, and then the arms, fingers interlace, arms reach up overhead, and the hands come to the floor. Okay, so this is like a big opening in the front body, but it's a great prep for wheel pose, and it'll help you in your wheel pose. So to come out of it, you can come out the same way you got in, grab onto your ankles, press your elbows into the floor, lift your head, and then plop back down on the shoulders, and then walk your feet out one at a time. Okay. So that's the final version without the block. Only recommend it if you've done it before and you know what you're doing. Otherwise, grab a block. I don't see a softer block around here, but grab a block. Cork block is not ideal for this one. A cork block is more comfortable, but this will work. Okay. So you're going to put the block on the tall side and make sure it's on the sacrum. So you don't want it up too high, because otherwise you'll see what happens. The block will point into the lumbar, and you don't want that. All right, so proceed carefully. Okay, the good part about the block is if this is enough, you can just stay here and just use this as the pose. And if you can go further, you can walk your toes back. Warning, do not flip the toes under. Don't do it, because you can't get out. Okay, that's your warning. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay, so from here, press into the elbows and see if you can shift the knees down to the mat and bring the head down to the floor, arms up overhead. Okay, wherever you are, stay there for a couple breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right. Grab onto your ankles. Press back into the floor with your elbows and come back to the shoulders. Walk your feet out one at a time. Take the block out from underneath. Whew. That was something. Okay, rest your low back, knees together, feet apart, hands on the belly. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. All right, extend your left leg out straight, flex the toes, draw the right knee in towards your chest, and bring the right leg into half happy baby. So the right knee is in a 90-degree angle, right foot is parallel to the ceiling, left hand rests on the top of the left thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Bend your left knee, place the left foot on the floor. Right ankle goes over the left knee. Easy twist to the left. So the left leg is on the floor, right foot is on the floor. Hands can either rest on the belly or you can extend the right arm out to the side and turn your head. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come back to center. Switch legs, right leg extends out straight, push through the right heel. Hug the left knee in towards your chest and then bring the left foot into half happy baby. So the left knee is at a 90-degree angle, left foot's parallel to the ceiling, and the right hand goes on the right thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Bend the right knee. Left ankle goes over the right knee. Hands rest on the hips. Easy twist to the right. Right knee comes down to the floor. Left foot comes down to the floor. You can stay there or reach the left hand out to the side and turn your head and look over the left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Coming back to center. All right, it's about to get exciting. I'm going to grab the wedge and prepare for wheel pose. I like the wedge because my wrists are just, I don't know, they're just not having it anymore. Wheel pose, whenever you do a wheel pose, the wrists are the most vulnerable part of the pose. It looks like it might be the low back, but it's actually the wrists. They're the weakest joint in the pose, and they take quite a bit of weight, and they're hyperextended. So I'm just going to be careful of my wrists. I only have 2, and I kind of need them. So for wheel pose, you can either go back to, if wheel pose isn't in your practice, you can do a bridge pose. I'm going to do a wheel pose because that's what I said I was going to do. And here we go, hands next to the ears, fingers pointing back towards the shoulders. Feet are parallel and hip distance apart. And I'm gonna push up, come to the crown of the head, adjust my shoulders, and then push through, coming into wheel pose. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Okay, for fun, raise your right hand if you like. Breathe out 4, and left 1. Breathe out 5. Good. Lower down and rest. So if you don't have a wedge, because I guarantee you probably not a single person watching this video has a wedge, yeah, maybe one, you can use your blanket instead. Okay, it's not quite as effective. You can also use blocks, but you need a wall for that. So here's how it goes with just a blanket. Okay, your fingertips go on the floor. Okay, I'm not going to hold this pose, I'm just going to show you for demonstration. So you push up like that. Okay, it makes it a lot easier on the shoulders and the wrists. Okay, I'm a big fan of props. Use them if you need them, or if you just want to. Okay, because after practicing yoga for like 25 years, you gotta switch it up a little. Okay. All right, so this time we'll get into another wheel pose and we'll shift it up and we'll lift the heels this time, coming into the tiptoe variation. Okie dokie, here we go. So to come into the tiptoe variation, I think it's just about the same as any other wheel pose, and all you do is lift the heels. If you have difficulty lifting the heels, try just doing one at a time, okay? And also if you have difficulty lifting the heels, perhaps trying a wedge with the wrists or a blanket under the wrists might shift the dynamics of the pose for you. All right, so here we go. Giddy up, either bridge or wheel, your choice. Okay, finding your pose. And when you're ready, go ahead, lift up. If you're in wheel and you're ready to lift the heels, go for it. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. If you'd like a challenge, lift the right leg up. Breathe out 4. And left side. Breathe out 5. Okay, lower the heels and come out of your wheel pose. Okay, and rest. I think I'm done with back bends for today. Okay, knees together, feet apart. A few breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. All right, hug your knees in towards your chest. Coming into Apanasana for 3 breaths. Just hold. If it feels good to rock side to side, you can do that. Or you can just stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Okay, release your arms out to the sides. We'll come into a twist, feet down on the floor. I apologize for the siren, if you can hear it. Okay, lift the hips up, shift them over to the left, knees up to your chest. Exhale, take a twist, knees over to the right. You can stay here if you want to go deeper. Straighten out the left leg and hold the outside edge of your left foot. You can look straight up at the ceiling or turn your head and look over the left hand. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Come back to center. And we'll take a twist the other side. Shift the hips over to the right and drop the knees over to the left. You can stay here or straighten the right leg and catch the right foot with your left hand. Look up at the ceiling or look over your right hand. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Come back to center. Hug the knees in towards your chest. And then rock yourself up to seated position. Coming into some forward bending. Okay, extend both legs forward. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. And let the right foot or the right knee open up to the right side. Coming into head to knee pose. One hand on either side of your left leg. On an exhale, walk your hands forward. Coming into a forward fold over that left leg. You can hold on to the bottom of the left foot or grab onto the left big toe in yogic toe lock. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up. Take the right knee pointed up to the ceiling. We'll take a twist, wrap the left arm around the front of the right shin, right hand behind you. Inhale, lift up with the spine. Keep the toes flexed on the left foot. Exhale, take your twist. You can bring that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh if it's available. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Come back to the front. Take the right foot and bring it next to the right hip behind you and open the right knee up. Okie doke. Keep the left toes flexed. Left elbow down to the floor. Right arm goes up to the ceiling. You can stay here, or if you'd like to go further, you can grab onto the instep of your left foot, and then the right hand catches the outside edge of your left foot. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up. And extend the right foot back to the front. And coming into head to knee pose on the left side. So the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Right toes are flexed. Lengthen the spine upward and exhale, forward fold. You can grab onto the sole of the right foot or right big toe in yogic toe lock. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up. Coming into that Marichi's twist. Or no? Yes? No? Is that what it is? I can't remember. I don't really care either. All right. Left foot's on the floor. Left knee's pointing up. Left hand goes behind you. Right arm wraps around the front of the left shin. Taking your twist, look over the left shoulder. You can bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee if that's available. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Come back to center and take the left foot, bring it next to the left hip. Left knee comes out to the left side of your mat. Right toes are flexed. Right elbow comes down to the floor. You can just stay here and reach the left hand up to the ceiling if that's enough. Or if you'd like to go further, catch the inside of the right instep with your right hand and the outside of the right foot with your left hand. I feel like my yoga pants are in the way. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up. And bring the left leg back to the front. All right, yogi's choice. You pick your last pose. I'm thinking wide-legged forward bend or seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, whichever one you want. Or if there's something else that you'd rather do, maybe a cobbler's pose or diamond pose. The sky's the limit. All right, yogi's choice. One last pose before we go to Savasana. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhale, come up and find your way into Shavasana. I'm going to grab my eye pillow along the way and cover up with a blanket. It is cold here. I mean, not in this room, but outside it's cold. Find your way into final relaxation. And then keep your awareness inside the body. And focus on the breath. While you're focusing on the breath, systematically go through each body part, starting with your feet, working your way up to the crown of your head. And relax each body part individually. So an example of this, and you'd be thinking this in your head, you can take a breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, think to yourself, I'm relaxing my feet. And then you do that with each body part and each breath. deepen your breath and bring movement back to your body. Reach your arms up for a long stretch. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, roll over to one side, and then push yourself up to sit. Bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button below so YouTube remembers it to your liked videos, and consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time.